Hello. Sorry about the bugs on the windshield. Summer. What are you going to do? New Mexico. Headed towards Arizona. Add to stage. Did it work? Add stage.
On the road again.
That's me.
On the road again. It's
Every
playing
week.
lawfully on Thursday evening nights. Because Muffin Top has family time tonight.
Yeah, I figured I'd try and jump on here a little bit earlier because once I hit that Arizona line, I just have no signal for like an hour. And that's about the time everybody wants to do stuff.
Right on. We'll fill the void.
Try to fill the void anyway.
Stand in the streaming gap.
I think we've only got one person so far.
Sassy 7.
You don't miss my lives. I rarely do it anymore.
Yesterday's pomade.
Who's this guy? I don't know.
Let's see if I can find it.
So there's some craziness going on out in California right now.
Yeah, I was just
Uh,
looking at that.
Protesters outside of people were protesting an ICE raid, and I guess it got rowdy, and they put some gas canisters out. Somebody pulled out a pistol and started shooting at the ICE agents.
Yep. Tim Pool retweeted it. That's what I was looking at right before you went live. Giving them the Ventura County. Yeah, looks like it's just one dude, and he just pulled it out and kind of less of an aiming and more of a to whom it may concern sort of thing.
Yeah,
One-handed extension, kind of head height level. I mean, not
yeah,
that all gunfire isn't gunfire, but
that's even worse.
Chicago type behavior.
Yeah, I just felt like, man,
It's going to get realer. I mean, the other side is training. They're becoming armed.
it does feel like it's going to escalate, and I'm a little torn on the subject because we were promised, gang members and criminals, and all we've been getting are just Joe Schmoes off the farm and at the doctor's office and outside of courts. I mean, I know why they're doing it. That's why cops like to sit around and write speeding tickets and not actually go try and fight crime, because the chances of them getting shot at during a traffic stop are much, much less than
Yep.
going to a domestic disturbance. And even other law enforcement, like why are they so gung ho about going and getting the average Joe over gun crimes? Well, perceived gun crimes, because the average Joe Schmo is just going to be like, oh, hey, and put their hands up. They're not going to pull out a gat and start shooting at them like they try and go arrest gang members over, gun laws. So they're going for the easy ones. Are we talking about Pam Bondi? Uh, so Sassy Seven says Bondi sucks.
Yep.
If
Yeah,
we're
her
talking
first
about
name's
Pam Bondi, I agree.
Pam because nothing sticks.
What were they saying? So when did she lie? When she said that she had the Epstein files on her desk when she was
Mm-hmm.
on Fox News like 10 times?
Mm-hmm.
Or is she lying now when they're saying, "Oh, there is no list"? So there is no list. They dropped the charges on Prince Andrew after his accuser kind of dies suddenly.
I think that she was paid a whole bunch of hush money and it went away with her a long time ago before she became past tense.
Yeah.
I didn't think the U.S. was prosecuting him criminally. I mean, I don't know. I hadn't looked
Well,
into it real hard.
they said I was watching a little bit of Tim Pool before I came on here, and they said that they just dropped the case on him. So now he's free to move about without fear of getting picked up by us, at least.
Because I would have thought that even before the accusations made him recuse his royal um, position,
Claims.
yeah, I thought that he would have had some sort of like diplomatic immunity or whatever. Anyways, the U.S. wouldn't have pursued charges, but I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like over the past couple of weeks we've all been smoking that hopium. Like, yeah, we're getting the Epstein list. Oh man, we're gonna get rid of silencers and SBRs off the NFA. Like all these great things were gonna happen, and then it's like, oh, it's that old insurance commercial where the old guy has the dollar on the fishing hook, fishing pole. Oh, oh, oh,
Yeah,
oh, you almost had it. Oh, 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 you almost had it.
yep, close but no cigar.
Yeah. The, um, the deep state is deeper than we thought. They've they've got something to hold over anybody. They're on Tim Pool. Even Ian was saying about you know the way Dan Bongino looked when he said that there was no Epstein like files or videos, or there was no the video shows that he actually killed himself. If you look at the guy, he looked like he was like on death's door. He was super pale, sweaty, and it said it looked like he was in a hostage situation.
Hmm.
Like if you look closely at his eyes, maybe he's blinking out like SOS and Morse code or something. Like if you don't go out there and tell the American people what we tell you to say, not only are we going to kill you, but first we're going to kill your wife, your daughter, your son, your mom, your dad, your aunts, your uncles, your second cousins, and then we're going to kill you. Yeah, I don't care who's on the list. I don't care if Big Daddy Donald Trump is number one on the list, being at the island 100 times. I want the list. Everyone's saying that it will crash the economy, and whatever it does, it has to come out because it might suck for a little while. We have to let that stand. We have to let evil prosper. And
I wouldn't have
all those
expected them to
people are
really.
just. Go
I
ahead.
wouldn't have expected them to ever prosecute everybody on that list. But it'd be nice to know who they are so we could publicly shame them. So you could choose to not support their businesses and their ventures anymore, not watch their films.
Yeah, everybody involved in that is just further emboldened. Like, well, got away with it, might as well keep doing it. Even if you could only get like the top 5 or something, just there has to be a sense of justice.
I would just assume that everyone that was on the flight manifest is tainted then at this point.
I can see arguments for just being on his plane, especially if you're on there with like your whole family. Of course, that's me smoking the hopium that Donald Trump wasn't involved. But do you think he's really going on there with his wife and his sons, and slipping it into the back with a 14-year-old or something?
Probably not.
They're family, and imagine if you and I were friends, and I was like, "Hey, I need to go over. I'm about to go over to the store," and you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm going there too. Let's ride together." Well, that's what billionaires do with their planes.
Right.
So, I mean,
Well, I mean,
I would be
if they're not going to give us anything more concrete, then I mean, we need to be.
at the very least asking questions of the people that are on the flight manifest, flight logs.
Mhm. Especially the ones that did fly solo. I mean, look, you know, Mrs. Gates parted ways with Mr. Gates over his connection to it all. Um, Tom Hanks and his wife have fled the United States in the past couple of years.
What are
Uh,
they?
what, start, I
They're
think they
seeking
just got.
citizenship in Greece or something.
I thought it was Sardinia, but maybe somewhere around there. Sardinia, whatever how you say it.
Never even heard of it.
It's a Mediterranean island. Sardinia. It's the second largest island in the Mediterranean Sea after Sicily. It's part of Italy.
uh, yeah, that whole situation is disgusting. And another story I saw, it was actually a little while ago, but it was kind of burning in the back of my mind for a little while. They were doing a what do they call it? A piece trying to get a sympathy piece talking about this woman that got snatched up and deported, and they went over to like her $400,000 house and her two nice cars, and they're like, "Oh, how could they do this to this person? She was here and had all this life." And in the back of my mind, I'm like, "How the hell did she get a mortgage on that house or a car loan on those two cars?"
She didn't, but she can do amazing things with cash.
I mean, yeah, if you've got that kind of scratch, but your average, I don't think your average illegal immigrant is going to cough up cash like that.
No, but the ones in criminal enterprise can,
Yeah, that's true.
or are relatives of criminal enterprise entrepreneurs.
Yeah, you can only spend so much, right? What was that movie with Tom Cruise where he was the pilot taking drugs back and forth, and he was like burying money, and he had buried so much money every time he dug a hole to try and bury money, he'd find more money.
I'm not sure.
The guy's name was Barry something or other. It was based on a true story, and he ended up going undercover. And it was during Reagan, and because of their thing on their war on drugs,
Hmm.
they showed a video showing the dude's face on, and he only lasted a couple of days after that. He just disappeared.
You said Tom Hanks or Tom Cruise? I'm sorry.
Tom Cruise, yeah, Tom Cruise. I might have said Hanks. I don't even. Tom Cruise.
American Made, Smuggler Barry
Yeah, that.
Seal.
Yep, that's it. Grit and Grace. Hello. Yeah, Grit and Grace got it. But even then, like, you can't do that sort of. You can't just walk into a real estate office with a suitcase full of cash and buy a house. You can't. The IRS won't let you do stuff like that. They're going to be like, "Hey, where'd this money come from?" Of course, if you've watched the Ozark uh, TV show with Jason Bateman, he teaches you how to launder money right on the TV show.
Uh, I don't have that
I
experience.
did you not Tactical Muffin Top? I'm pretty sure I gave you an invite.
I've done that to people before, where you spam out the links. I forget to hit enter on some of them. But I forwarded it, so he should be jumping in shortly. He's
Oh,
feeling up
okay.
to it. When I asked about him doing a stream earlier, he said he was in a lot of pain.
Ah, yeah. I wish there was something we could do about that. Just rough.
There's a dog joke somewhere in there.
Are you talking like Old Yeller?
No, oh God.
Uh, I guess
No,
I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
when you said, I wish there was something we could do about that. It's rough. And like
Oh,
in
okay.
my mind, somewhere it sounded really cool to say something along the lines of like, "Hey, it's gonna be rough if you want to be a big dog" or something like that. And I didn't say it, but here I am explaining myself on the internet to 5 people.
Yeah.
TMT, get in here. We'll pull on your leg in the good way. Take your mind off that pain.
Heyo.
Hey.
I just watched your video on the G19
Yeah.
MOS. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I almost think I need a shim or something because I can't get it to go any higher. And it's like it's got suppressor height metal sights, and it's like not quite at the top of the sights even, and it's maxed out.
What are you talking about? The dot?
Yeah.
They're independent of one another. You shouldn't need to crank the dot down on the irons.
I can't put it any higher than where it's at.
It shouldn't have needed much out of the box when they did.
It's cranked all the way to the top, sir.
Yeah, like you shouldn't have needed to do anything. Like out of the box, it should have been.
Yeah, they're usually pretty close right out of the box.
Well, I haven't got to shoot it yet, but if that's the case, then it's going to be like way underneath the co-witness sights. So like I won't even be able to hardly see it.
Like you have
My
to
other
like
dot, my other dot set, I put it right on top of my sights. That way, if I wanted to double check, I'd line up my sights real quick, and they were suppressor height on the dagger.
Well, when you dip your head down, it'll be there if you're down on the iron sights. But like it needs to sit up in the window up above.
Yeah, it's not. That's what I'm fucking saying.
Okay,
I didn't make that
I,
clear.
I'm gonna be considerate because I know you're in pain. But
I told you 3 damn times. I'm trying to take a bath right now. With Epsom salt. I can't get comfortable, man.
be sure you rinse good because you want to get all that salt off. It'll chap your ass.
No, too late for that. No, I wanted it. I wanted the dot to be right in the middle of the window, and at the all the way max, it's sure not there. It's like the bottom fourth of the fucking window.
No, it's head position thing then, because that's not how the dots work. The dots wherever you have like hold the gun lower if you want the dot to be higher in the window.
I will mess with it later.
Okay.
yeah, I had problems sighting in one of my rifles until I realized I had a zero stop in the scope from a previous rifle. I couldn't dial it down any further.
Did you perchance also read the instructions on that adapter plate and do everything?
No, I just slapped the plate in. I looked at like torque specs and stuff. I didn't want to over torque it, but other than
Yeah.
that, it was pretty straightforward.
I wonder if it's got those alignment pins. It may not be seated all the way down. Like the pins are just a little too tight. I don't know. That's weird. Or you could have just got a shitty sight.
I hope not, because it was only one of two that was still left available in green.
Yeah, for some reason, green's hard to come by.
Yeah, I don't think they make as much of it because astigmatism's not a huge selling market, which I would think it would be.
And when I bought that Gideon, I was looking everywhere for a green, and I couldn't find one, so I just settled on a red.
I guess I'll find out when I go shoot it.
Yeah, when you start knocking the leaves out of the trees. You don't by chance have a laser bore sighter, do you?
Yeah, I had to go buy my third one just to sight that sucker in because I don't remember who I loaned my last two out. And with it, it's setting right. I got the dot, and it's setting pretty much right on top of the. I got a green dot, and my bore sighter's red, and I have them both sitting right at almost the tippy top of that sight at 25 yards. So I figure they're probably pretty good. Which the sight's supposed to be zeroed in at 25 yards, by the way.
Yeah, I would say maybe the dot should be sitting lower on that front sight because they're suppressor height sights. I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it could be. Who knows? I'll figure it out here directly. If I got to go back to like some factory sites or something, it's not very expensive for Glock. So I still
That's
would
pretty
prefer the
nice.
dot in the middle of the window.
Yeah.
So I'm eyeballing that solar generator pretty hard.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
I forget. It's a Blue Yeti. I don't remember their makes and models as well as others, but it's a 3600 watt. It's on sale for like $699 with two 200-watt panels.
That sounds like it's bigger than the River Pro that I ended up getting. But I saw those for sale for like $700-800.
Yeah, that's
Paying for
good.
that name, you're paying for that name, like you said. Grit and Grace, we are in Arizona, or no, New Mexico, on our way towards Arizona. As soon as I hit that Arizona line, I'm gonna have to drop it out because I go for about an hour before I get signal again. Been thinking about dropping the T-Mobile internet and getting some Starlink.
T-Mobile's about to get Starlink with their phones.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like 2 months away, but they're the first cell phone company contracted with it.
Surprised me. I would have
Interesting.
thought it'd been one of the bigger ones. Bigger than that. I would have thought it would have been AT&T or Verizon.
Yeah, I would prefer Verizon myself. AT&T don't really work in Nebraska.
Not enough people. Corn stalks suck up all the 5G.
That's for true.
Hey Pat, not to like make you find something that will give you the heebie-jeebies, but maybe to make you aware of the kind of crime that they have in your current area. There's a one of those law enforcement channels, kind of like police activity or uh, anyways, the channel's called Midwest Safety, and they cover all sorts of crazy officer involved incidents and stuff out in Arizona, New Mexico, part of the country,
Yeah, it
Nevada.
gets pretty sketchy out this way. One of the My wife was just telling me one of the rest areas that we stop at. Some Middle Eastern guy beat a Chinese guy into a coma, and he ended up dying.
Must
This
have been
one
a
I
pretty good
fell.
shitter.
This one I fell asleep to the other night. What happened was there was this dude that had been talking to this girl while he was in prison, doing like 10 or 12 year stint. And then when he got out, they kind of dated for a while. But then he got like aggressive. I can't remember if he got physically abusive or not. But anyways, basically she broke it off with him, said don't contact me anymore. Then he started texting her again. So she entertained texting him for like a year and a half, 2 years, but said she didn't have any actual contact with him. Well, anyways, he was out of North Carolina, but she lived somewhere in New Mexico. He kidnapped slash carjacked a nurse or paramedic in North Carolina, drove her out into the boonies somewhere, executed her, sold her car, drove all the way to New Mexico, like Las Cruces, and had a flat tire. And this state trooper pulled over to offer him some help, and then he came over and shot the cop, stole his car, and then ditched him. And then when he was spotted by another car, by another unit responding to this officer, they still don't know if the trooper activated his panic alarm or if the guy bumped it, throwing him out of the car. Anyways, it went off, and so they were responding to his last known whereabouts. So when he got spotted, he ditched the police vehicle and then ran. So it turned into like a 48 plus hour manhunt, multi agency, whatever. They finally catch him in the neighborhood of his maybe not girlfriend and end up chasing him through backyards, hopping fences, gunfight, all that good stuff, and took him to jail. But he whimpered and whined about the tourniquet hurting.
Well,
He
we
got
can go ahead and tourniquet that one at the neck and be done with that one.
life in prison. This was 2022, 2023, Calhoun. You can look it up. The YouTube channel is Midwest. I have to type it in again because I don't remember. Midwest Safety. It's a growing channel. Donut Operators covered some of it too. I noticed on lunch today.
I like Joe
Midwest
Rock.
Safety.
Does he do a channel anymore still? I haven't seen anything from him in forever.
Yeah, he's got multiple channels. And I will share this other one here for everybody to be aware of it. It's less like badge cam video so much as like they go ahead and they kind of news report in a sense, like they curate it kind of like all the evidence of the case as well as like car and badge cam footage as a kind of documentary style. A couple of longer videos that I watched anyways.
That's cool.
If you like true crime kind of stuff, fall asleep
Yeah, there's
Friday
some
night.
crazy evil in this world, and there's no law that you can pass that's going to stop that.
Well, so it makes me think it's a biblical battle. But the way I'm doing, I'm not going to be doing much of anything. I'm hurting, boys. I haven't been able to sit or walk for more than I can't even lay in bed for more than an hour right now, man. I got doctor's appointments lined up, getting another MRI going.
You sleeping in the recliner?
Uh, try to. Sometimes it helps. My little couch has that lumbar support, which is sometimes pretty good. Go back between that and my super plush bed. Not working out very good.
Yeah, before you got on, Lawfully Arm wanted to old yeller you when I told him I wish there was something we could do.
Yeah, I don't know,
I
man.
did. I did not tell you
Talk
to
like,
start a shotgun. That's not what
yeah,
I said.
yes, it is. You implied it though.
I did not. He said. He said that's rough.
And then you said there's a dog joke in there somewhere, and I just didn't.
You thought what you wanted to think. It's not the same thing.
You wanted to put me down, Pat. This is a you thing. This is your conscience.
No, there's always something that can be done as long as you can stand the pain. I don't know if it's a true story or not, but I was told when I was a carpenter that a guy ended up using an air nailer. He accidentally air nailed his hand to a board, and the pain was so bad he tried to kill himself with the air nailer. He ended up surviving the whole thing. He had they had to pull the nails out of his hand. Had to take him to the hospital, pull the nails out of his head. Just
Yeah, I know a guy who got
some
shot
people
in the
can take
head.
the pain, some can't.
Yeah, I know a guy. He hit a knot in the wood with one of the nail guns. He's a construction guy, and it ricocheted and went right into his eye. He's still got the nail, and he wears it in his hat. It's pretty cool.
Did it damage his eye beyond repair?
Oh yeah, he has no peripheral vision in that eye. You can't really see
Who
it.
said
It's just like half wide.
Kowloon Republic asked what I'm driving? Kenworth T6 something.
Well, I'm definitely not going to hit my 100 miles this month. That's for sure.
Yeah, you gotta go ahead and rest up a little bit.
I just keep thinking, man, what if this happened in SHTF where I'm crippled up this bad I can't do nothing?
Yeah, I've had the same thoughts because it hasn't happened to me in a long time. But I used to get uh, pain in my joints so bad. It would hit me in the ankles, and it would hit me in the knee where I couldn't walk. I couldn't
Yeah,
put any weight whatsoever on that leg, and I had the same thoughts. Like, what am I going to do with this when I'm the guy? You know what I mean?
yeah. No, I've
And
been running that through my head all the last 24 some odd hours.
and the answer is there is no answer. You have to freaking somehow power through it. Like if you've got to keep a walker around or a freaking uh, wheelchair, like
Yeah,
you got to do what you got to do.
I think I'd still be pretty good with my wheelchair, my bolt gun.
You gotta get
And
one of those electric ones with the tracks.
No, they're expensive. I have been looking at getting one just because sometimes they pop up decent on like the used market price, and I'm like, well, worst case scenario, at least I'll have one, you know.
Kellen says, I think I would pass out before I attempted to nail gun myself out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can get those little electric scooters off of Facebook Marketplace relatively cheap.
yeah. I've seen that. I've been
And
looking at all kinds of stuff.
even if you don't need it, I'm sure you said a lot of your mag members are getting up there, so somebody's going to need it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I almost had started like thinking. I was like, hey man, okay. So if I was going to EMP protect some stuff, you get like a civilian nail gun or not nail gun, massage gun and all that, and you start putting those up because one of your hopefully somebody of your mag members is going to be like your physical therapy, like a chiropractic person. And I see some stuff that they use that's like not like I went to one like it was old school. He used like a hammer on and this little deal on some of my joints, and I'm like, well, that'd be a good thing to have, you know, if you knew what to do with it. They like little I don't know.
What's the,
And I don't know. I tried that red light therapy thing because I went to this PT and I tried all the new stuff I've never tried before. So I tried like dry needle acupuncture. I tried their red light scraping and then red light therapy gun thing, and none of that did anything. So I was asking them, I was like, well, if I bought one of these off like Amazon or whatever, and they're like, well, if this doesn't do anything for you, I'd just save your breath because this is medical grade. And I was like, oh, yeah. It's a good thing I didn't buy one of those. It would have been just a waste of my money.
what's the law in your state concerning the devil's lettuce for pain management medical stuff?
I've been able to be on it for like the last decade, but I can't carry a gun with it. It counts as under the influence. And I haven't got a doctor to sign off on it. You can go buy the CBD stuff, but if you like piss it, like somebody pisses you, there's no FDA regulations on it, so it could technically still have THC in it, even though it's advertised it's not. And you might not even know it. But I
Right.
got some gummies at deer camp a couple years ago, and they worked. But man, we were fucked up. They got he told him he's like, hey man, I got a buddy with like a chronic back problem. He went into a smoke shop, and they're like, well, this is the best shit we have. If this doesn't work for him, we don't know what will. And it does, but you're kind of zonked out. Like the next day, you're not all you can be. But I was just taking them before bed to sleep, and then I was doing fine waking up, and I wasn't zonked out. But if I like took them on purpose and got like a little high, you know, off of it, then I felt like back in high school. If anybody partook in the lettuce back then. But yeah, because they won't let me carry a gun with it. I'd rather have that freedom and right than I've been dealing with the pain for 15 years. I don't know what else I'm going to do, you know?
Yeah, and that the problem with that sort of thing is there's no real test for being under the influence, so it's basically all officer opinion.
Right. And there's some that are super against it, and there's some that have family members in pain and get it. But there'll always be those guys that ride or die anything 420 and they're out, you know?
Yeah, I like to watch the audit, and they were going over it kind of hit close to home. The guy was a CDL driver, and he had prescription Adderall, and they thought that he was crushing it up and snorting it. I guess just based on officer opinion alone, she says you're under the influence. So he ended up losing his job. He missed his daughter's high school graduation because that's where he was on his way to.
I think I've seen that.
And he's like, I'm a CDL driver. I don't do this sort of thing. And that kind of hit home with me because officers just like, yeah, you're on one
Uh,
opinion.
Oh, we were just getting
You
abused.
know, you're
Make sure you like, share, sub to Pat-Riot. He's a good dude who needs to do more
got
driving
to hire
stuff.
lawyers to.
Uh-oh.
We might have lost him.
If you're a CDL driver, make sure you look into all your state and local laws amongst all your routes to help best fit your circumstances and whatnot and medical stuff to your needs throughout.
Yeah, I was scared to take the CBD gummies that my wife got.
That work, but it's a temporary thing still. And then at the SHTF, then where you gonna get the gummies, you know?
And then you grow the real thing because it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that right offhand. I have to hang out with Hutch.
I'm pretty sure it's like most any other plant. You just kind of put it in the ground and
No,
let nature take its course.
I know you got to keep a certain humidity level and stuff for it. They're basically greenhouse bound, from what I understand.
Ah,
They're a little bit more temperamental.
I imagine if you get into the designer bougie stuff, it is. But I would think that it's literally a weed, and they grow
yeah,
it all around the world. I imagine
it
you
grows
plant enough of it, it'll persist.
Yeah, I just need to start potting, like a professional.
it grows wild in the ditches out in Indiana where I was living when I was a little kid.
Yeah, I wouldn't smoke that. We get farmers that cut that stuff out when they're roguing their crops, and they'll be like in their field on top of a ladder with like binoculars with like a CB radio telling their kid where to go cut it down or whatever. And there'll always be a cop, a city slicker cop, come up and say, "What are you doing, harvesting your hidden marijuana?" And last time that happened, I was roguing with my buddy, and his mom was telling us we get like one of those 4 packs of CBs from like Walmart, which they work pretty good for what you do around here. Honestly, I mean it's unsecure and whatnot, but they work and everybody uses them. Um, and we were bringing weed back. It was just ditch weed we were cutting out with some other shit. Like if you seen my video the other day, none of that was ditch weed. It was all I don't even know what it was, just weed. But Um, yeah, so he's like checking it out, and I'm like, well, you can go ahead and smoke it. It's just going to get you sick, dude. Like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Calhoun, if that's the case, call me a square.
Well, not a square.
I
When
am.
you're talking about your viewer numbers or whatever, and YouTube the next day emailed me like my monthly report thing or whatever, and it kind of has the numbers. It didn't have like the analytics. Like the only time I ever checked that one time was somebody was asking me to see my male and female viewers,
Uh-huh.
and it made me think of that. You know why you have mostly female viewers, right? Because you're very analytically spoken. You know why mine's mostly male? Because I talk like a stupid fat redneck.
I think in the past month, what made mine jump so much female was the fire pit flower bed. I think that drew a lot of views compared to a lot of my other videos.
Yeah, that's good.
I was thinking that's what probably did it.
Well, you can get those fire pits for free all
Maybe it
the
might
time.
be my
Just put
my
them out.
beard and
Yeah. Women want to read those erotic novels like your old lady and picture your face on there.
mhm.
It's the southern drawl. That's what it really is.
I'm gonna start selling
Smut novel.
photorealistic pillows.
Get body.
No, not
My
the whole body
that's
pillow.
the
Just just
Snorlax.
just a bust.
That's funny. You get
When you squeeze it, it tells you to drink more water.
just remember to stay lawfully armed, but you got to give it an arm so they can cuddle with it, and they can put on various other attachments and other appendages later.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, you gotta sell it each. You gotta accessorize.
Yeah, like a Barbie almost, you know.
It's a subscription based service.
Yep. You get the fanny pack this month. Here's the ankle pack. You can use it in real life or just put it on the body pillow, whatever. Hey, send me the link to that, by the way. I'm about to do my Amazon order. I need to throw that in there.
Like a
That ankle pack you read.
oh, when you were talking about it last night, I was trying to find it. It's like they're not on Amazon anymore.
Oh, lame. Hey, does that have a
The
button?
rest,
Is it all Velcro?
it's all Velcro.
See, I'm afraid that being a big fat guy, Velcro like that fails. And I almost wonder if they have one with a button on it for like a backup. I guess I could
It
sew
hasn't
it.
it hasn't yet, but it also comes with a calf extender that I've never used.
Oh, good.
And I have one of Bear's at work that I was given like as a showpiece,
There you go.
but I've not ever had anybody order one. I actually have two of the one that I have, but
I think that's a
one
really good idea, especially if you got school age kids. That's very easy to walk in with. As you guys know, my plan is everybody in my family, we've always like ankle carried or whatever. But as when I was growing up, I always allowed people in an alternate exit that didn't have a metal detector. And I'm not saying that's the right way or not, but I'd sure rather have one of my family members I know is not retarded with a gun there if some retard with a gun's in there. You know?
I've worn it to all the school functions since I've had it. I never
Yeah.
had an issue with it.
Well,
Literally pulled
You ever
literally pulled the shears out of it before at a Cub Scout meeting that was held at school.
yeah. That's cool.
you never have problems with it, like making your feet tingle or your legs swell or anything like that?
Mm-mm. No.
I always wear them dicky socks anyway, so I figure if I can keep it on the sock, I'd be doing all right.
Yeah, I just wear tall socks and then keep it cinched about as tight as I can get it, and then you kind of wear it a minute and it kind of settles into where you want it.
Yeah. I got that horizontal S-Tac TQ holder too in the cart. Still
Yeah, I
trying
like
to
that.
pull. I'm probably just going to grab that 511 deal, my micro
You
rig that I'm
can.
not going to use.
Galco makes their ankle wallet, and it's for all intents and purposes similar. You could just pack it with whatever medical items of your choice.
Whilst the only Galco things I've found that work are those shotgun sleeves, I'll pass. Which I guess a shotgun sleeve's a shotgun sleeve. So
Oh, there it is. AFAC, ankle first aid kit. Yep, there we go. The Tactical Medic is the brand selling it on Amazon, but that's it. I was looking for it the other night and could not find it. Comes with the chest decompression needle and I think a soft, no, not a softy wad. It comes with the, what tourniquet is
Really?
that? The one I don't like.
Israeli?
No, it's not. It's a tourniquet, man.
Oh,
Izzy's or
rat,
bandage.
rats.
Here, let me
I'd say
share it.
you can keep that needle in there, but I don't believe you're allowed to use it unless you've got some kind of certifications.
Yeah, I
Ah,
have to
'Cause
do
you're
that.
just a scaredy
you're
cat.
allowed
It
to
depends what state you're in.
you're allowed to plug holes in people. You're not allowed to put new holes in, from what I was told.
It just depends on your state.
I won't carry it. My training has not covered that, so
I carried it around for the longest time, thinking that even if I didn't know how to use it, um,
you can give it to somebody who did.
yeah. And then I took it out when we started having school stuff because I didn't want anyone to ever accuse that of being a weapon potentially.
Yeah.
And it was past its best by date. I still have it, but I have replaced the chest seal 2 times. That's why I ordered some more from Jay.
Nice.
The basic, uh, like with it, the kit itself, and then it's stocked with the basic components. It's 116 on Amazon right now.
I'm sorry. Say that again. Without the $100 in there,
Well, it's American made. It's
I'm I am not paying that for something to be the smelling of my sweaty sock. I
you
will
just
find the Amazon Warrior equivalent.
you just wash it every so often, just in the sink with hot water and a little bit of Dawn.
You, sir, are way more cooler than I am because I'm not spending that on an ankle fake.
It frees up like a whole pocket, 2 pockets probably.
Well, I just throw my
Okay.
Slishman in my back pocket right now, so
Yeah,
that's
I
the
know.
extent of my medical besides TQ in each vehicle right now.
Okay.
Did you guys see that post I made about the dream I had?
I don't think so. I haven't seen
I
anything
I
from you
had
in a
a
while. I wonder if you got like banned from my YouTube or something and I need to like resub to you or something.
um, no, I just posted on the Discord. I had this very vivid dream where I came up on this police officer trying to save a little kid, like with a tourniquet. It was bleeding from his arm. He got stabbed,
Hmm.
and like the officer didn't know what he was doing, and he was fumbling it. And the kid was just kept bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and it was so vivid. Like I could remember the smell of the blood and everything. And I reached into my pocket because I carry tourniquets, and I couldn't feel my tourniquet, and like my heart sank, like oh god. But it was just deeper in my pocket than I thought it was. And then I put the tourniquet on the kid, and I remember looking at him. He was crying his eyes out, and I said, "I'm sorry, but this is gonna hurt." And I cranked the tourniquet down on him, and that's the last thing I remember from the dream. And I don't know if you guys have ever been in a situation where it's just some random thing, like you're driving somewhere and you're like, I dreamt about this. Like some place you don't go a lot all the time.
Yeah, you get like the deja vu. You're like, I had this in a dream, like
Yes,
the exact little
yes.
scene. That I get that a lot. Well, I don't dream much anymore, but when I did, on the account that I never hit
So
REM for like the last decade. But
uh, at the bottom of my post, like the my takeaway from this whole thing is I can never leave the house without my tourniquets again.
good.
Like for the
Hmm.
rest of my life, I have to carry a tourniquet.
Well,
Yeah.
that's just like Bear said that he walks up to cops all the time, but they don't even have their tourniquet stage right. Like there's some good cops and there's some piss poor training out there, man.
Well, and a lot of them, it's laziness too. Like they don't like that like on the cats, they don't like that exposed male Velcro on the wings scuffs or like rubs against their clothing. So they'll go ahead and pull the timestamp lash across there.
Yeah.
It looks neater and it doesn't itch or get fuzzy.
I think it was on one of DLD's streams. They watched a video of a guy that they showed up and ended up shooting the wrong person. Like they shot the victim by accident, and he tried to put a tourniquet on him, and he ended up like trying to tie it in a freaking knot because he couldn't get the thing to work.
Huh.
Nice.
Like like that's the officer that's going to show up when you need help for sure. I need to come up with some sort of solution because right now, unless I wear the right pants, I just shove the tourniquets in my pocket. Like if I don't wear a pair of like 511 shorts or something that have all the different pockets,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any place to put my tourniquets.
Get your horizontal carry S-tack holder. It'll be right under your belt line. Your muffin top won't know it's there. Your muffin top will hide it with all your shirts. I'm not saying you have a huge muffin top. I'm just saying like that little crevice that we have, that's real estate that can be filled. They're not bad. They're only like 20 muffins, man.
I'm carrying the J's EDC and a Slishman, so I don't think that EDC is going to fit in the normal uh, TQ holders.
Talking
Yeah.
about the ETQ wide.
Yeah,
The one.
EDQ. Yeah,
Yeah, they work.
Well, the S-tack's like elastic kind of. I bet if you put it in there, it might be tight for the first while until it conforms, but
yeah, I'll have to look into it.
yeah. That's one thing that
Snake staff that makes it, they sell a carry for it.
I had thought about.
Like a sleeve.
And everybody's like, "Oh, this T-Attack stuff and everything going to be domestic, and these ICE raids and all that stuff." Which, by the way, lawfully, that thing that you sent me about the used truck market was hilarious. I laughed really hard. And you're right. Now's a good time to be looking out for a work truck that the dude got deported on. Anyway, so if you want like a good 3/4 ton, it's going to last you, 600,000 miles. It's a good time to be looking for a work truck. The I forgot where I was going. Damn it! I swirled too hard.
You
Work
thought
truck.
about because of the T attacks and the
Oh,
ICE
yeah.
raids.
They're like, "Oh man, I'm going to carry a long gun and like 12 mags and blah 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 and like an extra 6 mags for my pistol." I'm like, and you didn't. I'm like, and you're not carrying an extra tourniquet, so you can have 2 or 3. You don't have like 4 tourniquets in your car because if it's a mass casualty event, number one cause of death is blood loss. You might put down the threat with your EDC or your super tactical long gun, but then what? You're going to stand there while them people are bleeding out? No, you're going to run back to your fucking car, put your long gun away so you don't get schwagged, and you're going to start administering first aid. Yeah, that's how you save their lives. Putting down the threat only stops more bodies hitting the ground. You know what I mean? It doesn't help the ones that are currently on the ground. And if you remember in that book, The Day of Wrath, that Boy Scout kid was trying to help the little girl bleed out with a belt. If every classroom in America had like 20 freaking um, Slishmans or whatever in the doors, like I was telling you, we did that training and we got some in the classroom, you know?
Man, it's like somebody else had that idea before.
Yeah, well, they need what
Like
you're,
dreamed that dream, desired that to be true.
yeah, the carry more medical than what you think because that's what's really going to save lives, you know?
If you have one tourniquet and there's 3 people bleeding, like who are you going to save?
For me, probably the youngest if it's a child. Yeah, but then you have to do that rush triage. You know, you're going to put it on the 87-year-old guy, or you're going to put it on the mom-looking gal in her 40s, or you're going to put it on the kid that's, the mom's kid. No parent's going to say, tourniquet me before my kid,
I would tourniquet
Calhoun's
the
talking
adult
about
because the child can probably be contained with direct pressure.
Calhoun
Sure, but
Republic
wouldn't
said
you just
about
rather have like
carrying
6
his
tourniquets?
Ruger LCP. I was like, I could pocket carry that sometimes too, until we listened to Day of Wrath, and he
You
had
know,
6 shots.
yeah, and I honestly don't mind. I mean, on my wedding day, I carried a 43 in my ankle holster with a reload with an extended mag, but it has its place, and when you need to be that discreet, it's great. But there's a reason why my EDC is a minimum Glock 19, and for the last year, I've been carrying my 22 conversion basically a 17. One, I can hide it with a light and compensator and dot and everything, and two, I want at least a 17 rounder and a 15 rounder on me. That's my bare minimum. Ugh.
Oh, boys.
We're gonna watch
I
that
don't know
show
if
tonight.
Lawfully wants to go ahead and pick up another chat, but I'm about to lose signal here. Pretty close to the line. It's been about an hour, so
Nice.
I'm gonna
You
go
should
ahead and
do.
shut it down before everybody starts roboting.
Yeah, you should do more driving chats,
Oh,
man. I'll hop in when I
oh,
can.
okay. See, next time.
Put it lovely.
Good one. So, I mean, I guess I'll just be looking out, see if you guys want to start up another one. I'll try and listen.
See you next Thursday.
See you guys
See,
next. See you guys Sunday on Ohio Valley Prepping's panel. I'll be on at 7 or 8 Central. I can't remember which. Allen says except he carries his P365. There you go.
I'm trying to get rid of all the SIGs.
Yeah, I think their
The
goose is cooked.
the the name is just tainted.
Yeah, it's kind of gone the way of the 40s, which I'll be unloading all my 40 cal ammo at this gun show, hopefully.
We got some Police trade-ins first of the week in 40.
Yeah.
Blew them out for 275 muffins.
Man, take that, get you a conversion barrel, and then slap that $5 piece Lawfully keeps yelling at me about. And you got a really cheap 19. I mean, so, you get you a good 100,
$75. They're like
Huh?
$5 or $10.
Okay, your $10 piece and your $150 conversion barrel. Or if you're lucky like me, you can get a rainbow one for 43 muffins. I don't care what it looks like as long as it shoots. You know what I mean?
It matches your personality.
Oh, yeah.
You're
Yeah,
so happy.
I'm a ray of sunshine most of the time.
Okay,
Ready to
you
get
can
a
turn now.
piece of beef.
All right, boys. I'm gonna shut it down. Thanks for showing up. We had, I think, 6 people on here at once,
Woo.
and Patriot
I got
Wolf.
out of the
If I
tub and
can
you guys didn't even
figure out
see
how
it.
to send, I can figure out how to send you a link next time. I will.
You're good. Yeah, I got a lone wolf barrel Calhoun.
All right, take care, guys. Y'all be nice.
See it.
Till next time.
Uses.
You gotta hit the button